So here in Moodle, we're going to have a look at how we can manage our deadline dates when we're moving our course from one semester to another quickly. And then we're also going to have a look at how we can display those deadline dates on the homepage of the course. So if you've got a course, you've moved it across the new semester, we can come into our reports here, and then in dates, we can essentially see in here all the deadlines that we've enabled. So when we allow submissions from, our due dates, our cutoff dates, and we can change them all in one place. The only thing you can't change here is if you've added any restricted access on particular activities or resources. So what you'll see here is all those dates and then a kind of timeline at the bottom of your course, which is kind of handy. We can see the course here runs from 8th of May 2025 through to 20th of June 2025, and then we've got the deadline date and the cutoff date for each of these different pieces of work, as well as the allow submissions from date. So we can kind of see within this calendar when things are happening within our course. So we can obviously change these dates as we want. If we just expand all, we'll see that it's actually got all those deadline dates all on one page. So rather than dipping into individual assignments, we can change them all in one place, save the changes, and then we can come back to the home page of our course. So once you've got all your dates set up, moving from one semester to another, on the homepage of the course, it's always handy to show those deadline dates. So if we go into settings and then scroll down, what we're looking for is under appearance. And what we're looking for is this option to show activity dates. If we set that to yes, scroll down and save and display, you'll see that each of those deadlines is listed. So when things open, when things are due, and so students can easily scan what is available there. So taking this a step further, if we want to put all these deadline dates into our syllabus, but we don't want to copy and paste them all, because that can be time consuming and also a moment when mistakes can happen, there is a way that we can utilize AI to do this. So first thing I'm going to do here is just go to File and Print. And this is going to print out everything here. You can see it's including in there the opening date and the closing date of my assignments. So in this PDF, I have everything listed within that single page. So every single assignment submission, every single quiz is listed there. So if we set the destination to save as PDF and save this, we'll jump into our course information folder. We'll save that, and then we're going to jump into ChatGPT. You could be using ChatGPT or Copilot. Any of these will work. And essentially, we're going to add that file that we printed. We'll select this printout of the homepage of our course, open that up, and then in here, we're going to ask it to compile a list of all the assignments with their deadline dates for the course syllabus. We'll hit enter there. So you can see very quickly, I've gathered all those due dates for my reflective assignments, my case study, my field trip performance evaluation, and my final exam all in one place. So this is kind of cool. If we're turning this into a Word document or a PDF, then we might want to create this in one of those formats. So I'm going to get this to create a PDF. So I've got my geography assignment deadline there. We can download that, and then we'll come into our downloads and we'll open up our geography assignment, and you can see it's got those listed there. So kind of useful, but it could be a bit more nicely formatted. So this is a new version here. We'll download that, and then we'll come across and take a peek. We'll open this up, and you can see it's formatted those in a nice table for me. Easier to read, much easier to kind of drop into our syllabus. So let's close this first one. So now if we come to the folder with our syllabus in it, we'll open that up, and we're working in Acrobat Pro here. So we can grab the pages across here and the pages across here, and we can just drag from one document to another. So they're in the wrong order there, we'll just reorder them. So now I've got our syllabus and our deadline dates. So the nice thing about this, obviously you'd want to check your deadline dates against what you have within Moodle. I found it to be reasonably reliable in getting the dates accurate in there. So we'll save this as a new version. We'll call this R02, so revision 2, and we'll go back to ChatGPT and we'll ask it to actually combine those two PDFs. So we'll add the original syllabus, open that up, and then we'll also add from our downloads the deadlines in a table. So not everyone will have Acrobat Pro, but we can ask ChatGPT to combine these two PDFs. So let's download this. Click here, and we'll double click and open this. And you can see it's maintained the formatting of both those PDFs, combine them into a single PDF. So if we don't have Acrobat Pro, we can ask ChatGPT to do that for us. So again, useful ways in which we can use ChatGPT to manage some of the things in our course. I saw there's a deadline date here for announcements as well. I'm going to remove the cutoff date for announcements here. So obviously we'd need to then go and re-export or modify our table to fix that, but using ChatGPT can also allow you to review the content of your material as well. So I hope this is useful in terms of being able to turn on these deadline dates on the homepage, and then also how to get those into your syllabus as a PDF. If you do have any questions, then please do get in touch.